All right, y'all, and we are live. All right, so what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Grown Women Gaming. This is episode 225, and as you can see, we do have a special guest with us today, and we're just gonna kick it off. Just to start off, let's go with the guest. What you've been playing this week, and tell people how you are.
Well, I just finished up. Well, I suppose people could guess that I wasted my money, but I actually enjoyed Saints Row, even though it was really kind of crappy. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a really fun game, and they kind of went half effort on it, sort of. They didn't clean it up, and they didn't modernize it at all, but I just still had fun. And then another weird thing is, no one wants to hear this, but I've been having fun playing Fortnite with my friends from like the RDX guys, and
Fortnite right now. So.
Been having so much fun. So it is
right?
strange.
No build mode?
No build?
No build, yeah. Played yesterday with J-Rock and Dealer, and we got 4 wins in a row. We couldn't believe it. Wow. We were just having a good time. I've always thought that game had mass appeal for a reason, so you'll never catch me like making fun of it, because I know why people like it. It's just a pretty game, and it just plays well. I can't help it.
Anything else outside of Fortnite?
I just finished Grid Legends. I have a racing seat that a company sent me, so I sat down and played through 30 different races over the past couple days, and got kind of sweaty behind the wheel. Had a good time. That was pretty fun. I've been doing a lot of different stuff.
That's cool. That's a great experience. I got a racing wheel as well. I just haven't set it up yet. It's a bit, to me, it's a lot of moving parts and a little bit convoluted.
It can be a pain.
Yeah.
But this thing is I had to put the whole frame together. It's a steel frame. It's off camera here, and it has it has bolts that go in so you can tighten the wheel so it doesn't wiggle off, and then it has a stick shift, and so I have that whole thing going, and it's all bolted in to a really sturdy frame, and so I don't feel like I'm gonna break it. It's a lot of work, but I mess around with it once in a while. It's good exercise.
Cool. All right, ladies, what about you? What you been playing? How you doing?
Hi. What have I been playing this week? As you guys can see, I've been playing Sekiro, and
this is her gameplay that's we showing right now.
This was a struggle. I thought this would be the hardest boss to deal with, and I did this on stream, and it was hard and it was frustrating. And CHAREECE like, "You got it, girl! You got it, girl!" So when I finally defeated Ginshiro, I was excited. I was ecstatic. I had a whole new area to explore. Then comes the Guardian Ape, and that's where I officially got stuck.
Man. I've seen video on Guardian Ape. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I got the first phase I can do. You can throw some oil and then use your flame vent, and then after the stunness of the fire, you can use firecrackers to get rid of the first half. But the poison that when his hot breath, that just damaged your health, I would say, and it has a lasting effect. So by the time I get to the second phase, I got 2 or 3 heals left, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I get frustrated, or I'm trying to be greedy, and they just get me.
They those games, they smack your hand with greediness, for sure. As soon as you try to get that extra hit in before you die, they're like, ah.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. So you get a couple of hits. That's it. That's what the guide said. Don't be greedy, because that third hit is gonna get you got. Nakura Blade Point.
Yes. Okay.
Played it. That was the game last weekend, because I know on Friday I think we linked up, and you was like, man, play this game. I was like, it's like Battle Royale but Samurai. I was like, you know what? I like those two things.
I'm proud, because usually when I suggest something, it goes to
wait. Did you just say that you like Battle Royale? Is that what I heard about you?
Yeah, I do.
What an Apex?
Not me.
Wait, we're not talking about Apex now.
Okay.
They gotta fix some things in Apex.
And you definitely have said on the show that Battle Royale is not your jam.
Okay, well, people change, right?
Okay.
People can change their minds.
So we're talking about growth today, is what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're talking about growth today. Of course.
All right.
We're talking about growth.
All right.
We're talking about growth. I really like that it has a tutorial piece before you even start jumping into any matches or anything. It showed you what kind of moves you make. You got the first base character, and after you go through tutorial session of the game, you can go on your own. There's private matches, there's public matches, beginner matches, rank matches and stuff, and events. Yes, it has microtransactions, strictly cosmetic. I did not spend anything yet.
The word here is yet.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yes. I found my main, so I don't remember her name, but
so you supposed to remember your main's name. Come on now.
I know what you look like when I press the character selection.
I can pick her out of a lineup, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly. Pick her out of a lineup. Which is cool. I had a great experience with that. Did play some Fortnite. Everybody, the no build really changed the game with Fortnite. And also, if you guys do play Fortnite or get into it, take a look at the creative section of the game, because people are awesome when it comes to creativities and a game as wide as Fortnite. I played Team Domination on a Fortnite map. I played Call of Duty Zombies mode on a really? Fortnite map. Yeah, it was like the Call of Duty map.
Doing it like GTA, where there's like all different types of like different games that you can play.
Can you access this on console?
Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, you can. You just go to the creative section and you start scrolling and seeing what you like. And one day I was just being curious, like what's going on here. So it was only Dragon Ball equipments on the Domination game, and it was just like Call of Duty Zombies. It was a small map. The only objective is survive 20 waves. They had vending machines and power-ups, and I am familiar with Call of Duty Zombies. I was on it. I didn't beat the game yet, and I was like, I have to favorite this. And you can also support the creator that actually made the map, so that's pretty cool as well.
Awesome.
I think that's all I played. Yes, that's all
right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all. I'm sorry. That's all I played.
Anybody else go?
No. I'm done. That's all I played.
What about you?
So I've been busy. We're back at like school, so I'm getting up at 6 a.m. again. So I'm going to bed early again. So playtime is restricted pretty much to the weekends. And what I have been playing is Fortnite. I played a little bit of the Disney Dreamlight game, and I played Saints Row. And like Colt said, like Saints Row is fun. Like even with its issues, like it's still a fun game, especially if you like know that it's not a serious game.
Yeah, I heard it's like dated though. That's the only reason. It's just like it's old school.
Yeah, I think y'all know how this generation has gone. So there's been like quite a few games that like look like they really should have been on the other systems. So but there are some bugs. That basically it made me quit, and I have to go back and play a mission because I got stuck. But yep, that Dreamlight is cool. The music, obviously, I'm a Disney nut, so like the music the whole time, all the little themes, you get to see all of the characters. CHAREECE is way farther along, so I'll let her talk more about it. That's it for me.
All right, CHAREECE, don't talk more about it?
Yes, ma'am. And of course, it's your girl CHAREECE here. And the only thing I played this week was Disney Dreamlight Village.
The only thing.
How is it?
Like, it is now my new relaxing game. It is part Animal Crossing, part Disney Dreamland Park, whatever.
What do you do? Like that's my question.
So story wise, the Forgotten has come and made all the Disney characters leave and or forgotten everything about themselves. So when you first open it up, you have Merlin, Mickey, Goofy, and Scrooge. And by the way, the funniest thing in this game is Scrooge telling you that you broke.
Really?
Like he's like, I'm sorry, you can't afford this. And I'm like, thank you, sir. I didn't know that. So that's like the best thing in the game. But so your job is to get all the characters to come back to the village, and basically that's it, and collect stuff. So far I have got Moana and Maui. I have Wally. I have just unlocked Ursula and the dude from Frozen was Kristoff. And so there's different. His different little realms and areas you need to go to, and you have to do away with the night thorns and the forgotten, and it's like it's a whole little plot. But then you have character story quest, and you have realm quest, and you have like it's 4 or 5 different things going on all at the same time.
Can you make your character look like you? Like, can you make a custom one?
You can, yes. And like, so I have Disney clothes on. I have my little mouse ears, they're red. I got this little Moana shirt on with my little booty shorts because it is the South down here and it's hot. My little jean jacket on, and I got a little book bag that I wish I could get in store like right now. Like my girl is cute. She got
you
her
probably
little,
can. You need to look.
Honestly, I think it's one you showed me in a link some time ago. She got her little frozen braid in, with flowers growing in it. It is adorable. She got glasses. She got her gold hoop earrings. She's fly. She's a fly girl.
Now we'll tell people it doesn't look like
Oh, it's cartoony.
Game or anything like that. Yeah, like don't expect that. It looks like Kingdom Hearts. Like
yes, it is very cartoony. I am playing it on Game Pass on my PC. And if you do play on Game Pass for even the Xbox or the PC, you get a free bundle that comes with it.
Okay.
So make sure to check your post office box.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, check your post office box.
Perks.
I've upgraded my house a couple times.
I was gonna say with the outfits, do you upgrade that? Because I noticed that all the stuff that you was wearing wasn't there when I was designing my characters. So.
Oh no, girl! Look, I got dresses, I got shoes.
Oh my god! Are you getting that through challenges?
You sound hooked.
I
You're
am
hooked on this
I
thing.
played this all week. I have literally played nothing else all week. This is my game. This is my jam, as they say. So as you make sure to pull up your night thorns, make sure to dig up holes, make sure to, and you'll get little quests. You'll get little clothes, little purple bags. Open those up, and they give you clothes.
Okay, so you mentioned Animal Crossing. How is that? Is that just the gameplay, as far as what you do in the game?
It's same thing. Like you're upgrading
talk
your
to
village.
people.
You're upgrading. You're giving them, but. Unlike Animal Crossing, one of my main things about Animal Crossing that I hated is that you had to have the stuff in your inventory to actually craft and build stuff. Not here. Like if you got it in your house and it's in your storage, you can still craft it.
Oh, nice. Okay, you don't have to have it on your character.
Yeah, you don't have to have it on your character. So there's they've taken some things and updated it. So it's basically a sim. It's Disney sim. That's all it is. I have levels to my characters. Merlin, I'm at rank 5 with him. Moana is rank 4.
That sounds fun.
It is it's cute and adorable, and plus it's free on Game Pass.
Right.
Got you. Yeah.
Free. You can't beat that. But yeah, so that's all I've been playing.
Cool. And for me, what I've been playing this week. So I've been playing Tunic. I made it to the final boss, and I still haven't beat the air. I think is what the boss is called. She's extremely difficult. I've gotten her to the second phase. I still can't get past that. I've been playing Halo, yappening. I'm level 31. And
what is with that name?
I don't know. I know. It's a jab.
When I saw it, I was like, what is this? What are we doing?
I thought it was, and when I saw it trending on Twitter, I was like, is this a new rap song I missed? Is this a group?
I feel like it's a jab because everybody been talking,
the yapping. Okay, everybody yapping.
Everybody talking about something, right? So that's what I don't know why they call that, to be real, but that's what it's called. And I'm also, for my old school game, I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Black. Just got the lunar staff, going back through that game, and just...
Yo, I swear, Delilah has been waiting ever so patiently for another Ninja Gaiden game. Every E3, since I've known her, she's sitting in there Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, never happens. That's my game, man. So I'm going through
awesome.
them. I'm going through them. So Ninja Gaiden Black, I want to, I've beat that game so many times. I'm still trying to get the 100 scarabs. I always get 99. I never found the last scarab.
You need a guide, ma'am.
I was gonna say,
I've tried. What's crazy is I've followed a guide and I still end up with 99. I'm like, my game is it's either, I don't know how I miss it. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know. It's weird, but I've tried. But this time, once I beat Black, I plan on going back through them. Ninja Gaiden. I never beat 3. Ninja Gaiden 3. So I forgot what they had. It had a subtitle title for 3. I can't remember what it was called, but I never beat that one. And so I plan on finishing Black, finishing 2, and then jumping into 3. So yeah, so that's what I've been playing. Yeah. Anybody? Do you want to do shout outs real quick? Anybody as far as who's in the chat?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so for the very first person, waiting to hear, Bunty, thank you. He's also a Patreon subscriber, so shout out to him. We got Calvin Henderson, Ranger 4, Cedric, Back from the Dead. Thank you, y'all are regulars. You hear Mitchie dies a lot. Let's see who else. A few new
Monica
people.
D.
Oh yeah, we got Monica D. I think it's P-Tran, maybe. Craig T Gaming. We also have Mr. Colton here. Abacab, Other Zine, Game and Fire. Y'all, thank you. Big ups to y'all. Thanks for coming through.
Appreciate it. All right. So Colt, you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Got some questions for you.
Yeah.
So the first one I want to ask you, because you mentioned it when you were doing your brief intro, or actually before we started the show, was PAX. I want to get your impressions because I didn't get a chance to make it. Since it came back, with all the post-pandemic and all this.
Yeah.
So what did you think of PAX? Any
well,
standouts?
speaking of what you just said, I went with my wife and we had to wear masks. It was mandated to wear masks and show a Vax card to get into PAX. So I don't know if that's a mix of what PAX wants or if that's partly Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
You've lived around
Seattle.
there long enough.
Yeah, it's probably Seattle.
Probably Seattle.
Yeah.
And I live, a couple hours away from Seattle, so we drove up there and spent the weekend. And I've never been to PAX before, so I knew that it was like a lot of smaller games, and PlayStation and Xbox don't have a big presence there. But we had a really good time. Saw a bunch of great little games that I can't wait to play and discover some cool things. And a really cool thing about PAX is, you guys will love this because you guys are all you guys aren't teenagers, but most of the people at the event are like 30 and above, like 80 to 90% of the attendees. And so you feel at home. You don't feel like, oh, I feel like the old man here. So my wife, she mentioned that. She's like, oh, it's really great. Like, people are closer to our age than I thought. And a lot of them were dressed up and in like Nintendo related gear, like Nintendo branded stuff or Nintendo characters or JRPGs. It was just really cool.
They're headquartered there, right? They're in Seattle.
Yeah.
They're next door.
Yeah,
they're
I can't remember, Redmond, I think.
Yep, Redmond.
Like
They're
where
right
Microsoft
next
is,
door.
but
yeah, you're right next
yeah.
door.
So it was just really cool. And when you guys were talking about the games you've been playing, especially when she's talking about Disney Dreamlight, I was just smiling because I haven't paid attention to that game, but hearing you talk about how much you love it, and it's a game I probably might not ever play or I might have ignored, it just makes me so happy. I don't know why. It's like,
The best
because we
thing
get
to
these.
do is to take pictures and post them. Take pictures. They post with you when you take pictures. That's awesome.
Oh.
I don't care.
And I probably would, I would like stuff like that, CHAREECE. I think that's so cool because hearing the way you're like hooked on the game, you're enjoying it, and we get in these discussions about how certain games are so much more important than others. And I love hearing people like so excited and like totally hooked on these games that most people don't give a chance.
Yeah, a lot of people focus on AAA all the time, and
it just drives me crazy. I do the same. Yeah, and I do the same. And so every once in a while, I end up finding a really great gem, and that's really what PAX is about, was finding some cool stuff. And there was a couple announcements, a couple games that I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I wonder if that'll make it to Xbox and Game Pass. And then a couple days later, there it was, coming to Game Pass.
I know PAX is big on their discussion panels too. Did you get to sit in to any of their discussions, anything like that? Okay, so you just checked out.
Yeah, they did the big one on Friday. My wife and I got there later the next day. So yeah, we didn't catch the Matt Booty interview. So I watched it when I got home. But I'll tell you what, at this age, running around one of those gaming events is extremely tiring. They had one level, everything was on floor 4 of the convention center, but floor 3 down the escalators was nothing but bean bags. And there was like 100 gaming fans like laying on their side on a beanbag, like knocked out or on their Switch or on their phone. Like, and it was like 2 in the afternoon, they were gone. So yeah, that's the funny part about being older and going to these things. You gotta manage it.
Pace yourself.
Right.
Don't wanna
Yeah, I know I'm usually dead by the end of E3. Like, you're like, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So to ask this question, so if you had to rank it, I'm big on numbers. If you had to rank it from a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank PAX? Your experience?
For like an event ranking?
Yeah, event ranking.
I mean, I would give it like a 6 or a 7, but we still had so much fun because when I go to E3 or FanFest, like all the big games are there that we can't wait to get hands on. But having Lies of P there, the Soulsborne Pinocchio game, I played it twice. Yeah. Like, I would have never had hands on if it weren't for PAX. So that was really cool.
How did it feel? Because I know that's a big one that people were talking about, like I think last week.
How does it feel?
Yeah, the Liza P. Good. Okay.
Pristine, like just like you expect. Like when the enemy rears back, you go to left bumper for the parry, and you're there. If you have the skills, right? And then the slash, the way you slash, you know, fast attack and heavy attack, and the sound, like the slice of the blade is like kind of goes up your spine.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be really, really good. And the game looks. I played a lot of Elden Ring, and the game looks really,
Elden Ring's
beautiful.
To go. Elden Ring's game of the year.
Yeah,
It's
Elden Ring is.
It's my game of the year right now.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know people say it kind of looks crappy, and when I'm playing it, I'm like, this game's really beautiful because I'm not worried about like the real fine details. Overall, I think Elden Ring is really pretty and really eerie and cool looking, and has a really good look. But Liza P is more linear, so everything looks really polished and really detailed. So it's going to be
more excited about
eye-candy.
that game. Like,
yeah.
Cool. All right. So my next question is kind of a bit of a rapid fire, I guess. How do you feel about the gaming landscape right now? Like, I mean, are you satisfied? And if you're not, what needs to change?
What do I feel about
the gaming landscape? Like, as
the
far as
landscape?
As far as like games that have released, like your current state of gaming right now. Like, how do you feel about that? You kind of touched on it a little bit, but
I'm frustrated in a lot of ways, especially with Xbox, that they've run into so many problems, and it seems more so than any other platform. But we always take a step back and go, wait, everyone's delaying their games at least a year, and then Xbox has run into really bad timing problems. But one of the things, and I don't know how much of your audience is really keyed in on Xbox, but Xbox has this problem where they only had like 3 first-party studios up until 2018, and then most of their studios completed contracts for PlayStation or multiplat.
Right. Yep.
So here they are ready to deliver in 2021, and Bethesda said we need another year. So yeah, it hasn't been fun as a content creator, especially.
Redfall and Starfield, kind of hurt a little bit. Yeah.
But then again, on a totally different part of your question, with the way the gaming landscape is there's just major shift that people either have friction with, and you all play on multiple platforms. You're on Switch and PC and console, so you're not going to go cry in the corner when something like kind of goes left, right?
I still cry though, because I love my
like we're still Xbox
a little hurt, right, but you know, we still got bills to pay, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But I hear that for sure. But there's this landscape change where PlayStation wants to go more multi-platform. They'll be on PC as soon as they can. They just don't have the teamwork, and they don't have all of the labor work ready to go right away. So it's going to be a little slow roll as they get more things globally ready. But there's this shift where the games, like the platform, if you're Microsoft, you have a platform where you make your exclusives and you make them available in your places, and that's what you provide to gamers. That's gamers are going to have to start to understand that it's all about the games and the studios where you get them, or your launcher, so to speak. Like if you're an Xbox fan, your place to access your games is in a couple different places, so your money goes pretty far, and PlayStation will slowly start to get into that. But I think people, especially lately, have had a hard time coming to grasp that eventually it'll be really more about a collection of studios under a platform. Like, here's our studios, you know, PlayStation will buy a bunch of studios, and here's all of our games, and you're in our ecosystem, you know, because you pay your money into PlayStation Network to buy all your games, and they're all right there, and they're offering you all that great stuff. And it won't matter if you can't get a PlayStation at that moment, because maybe you'll play it on a PC, or maybe you'll play it on a streaming device. It's going to be really, really crazy, because I talked to a big leader in the Epic ecosystem, the Epic Game Store, and he's talked about how it's really about the studios and the game engines. It's because those are where the games come from. That's right. And people eventually get away from that one piece of plastic that they have to buy, and they'll get away from that limitation, and it'll push gaming forward. But it's really hard to have that conversation right now, when that's where we feel an alliance to that little blocked piece of plastic sometimes. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah.
But I think, go ahead. I was just going to say, I think most of us who like know the industry more, and not just, you know, opinion based, but like actual facts, that we know that it's always been software has been like where they make their money, right? Like that's always been. It's just now, software can be anywhere. So you basically have just opened the market, like, 100-fold. So I think those folks, they've always been a dying breed, which is why I think you all have people like Phil who have always been like that's just silly. You know what I mean? Like console warring is just like silly, because that's not really where we've ever wanted, for the industry. Like it's always been about software, about games. So I don't know. You got butthurt folks.
I understand the whole, me, like I equate it, I mention this almost every week about like, I understand the people latching to their platform, and it's kind of like a sport, right? Where you're rooting for your favorite team to win.
Yep.
So I get that. I just hate when it becomes a bit toxic, sometimes. So Colt, I mean, you're a prominent content creator for the Xbox community with XNC podcast, right? My question with you is, because I've seen you sometime your banter on Twitter. How do you keep your cool with that? Because I've
well, I mean, I don't take it personal. For first off, I get attacked pretty
regularly,
a lot.
Yeah.
And lately, I just if somebody just comes at me sideways, I just mute them. I'm like, if they came at me over video games like that, I'll never want to talk to that person. But it's tough because Xbox has been kicked quite a bit, and for good reason sometimes, when they've made some mistakes and they've overcome a lot of things. And right now I think they're offering the best value on most any platform. They're certainly doing really great things, and I think people just kind of have to shift to realize that no generation is the same. Things change. Nintendo, we all could have thought Nintendo was going to die when the Wii U came out. Like, oh my gosh, is this the end for Nintendo? And then they turn around and go, nope, we have this Switch. We're here.
That's
and
right.
That's really cool to see. No one's ever down and out.
You're just counting money, like, they're just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it's gaming's a big thing. When you were talking earlier about how Phil's like, why are you console warring? We also have to remember that the console war community is such a small sliver of the whole pie of the gaming landscape. And that's why everyone's pushing to get their games onto other screens. And as far as the way people attack, I don't know, it gets irritating, but I've been dealing with it for a long time. So just try it. I block some people. Lately, I've been trying to just do only mute, but whatever.
Yeah.
They're angry. I'm not.
Block them.
Block them.
Block them.
Yeah, just block them. Like that's the easy way to handle it. I mean, even with all that, because you just mentioned as far as the landscape changing and whatnot, with all those changes, with even with Starfield and Redfall being kind of pushed out, what are you excited about this year? Then, I mean, I know we mentioned Lies of P a little bit earlier. Is anything else you're excited about this year?
Lies of P will be in 2023, and then I was really excited about Atomic Heart, but there's a rumor that that's being pushed to next year as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was you all know, but for your audience, that was a first-person techno steampunk shooter with BioShock powers.
Yeah,
that's pretty good explanation.
Sure our audience knows.
Atomic Punk looks really cool, but all these games just need more time. The real curveball is I'm so looking forward to in 2 weeks to play the full version of Grounded. I have two kids that we play the game all the time, and we stopped for the past 2 months while we wait for the new update.
Right.
We've got like 100 hours in that game. And when I sit down in this game room with my headset on, my daughter is in one of the rooms and my son is in the family room. We all have matching headsets, and people make fun of games that look like Grounded, but I really truly feel like I am with my kids trying to survive in a backyard where we've been shrunk, and we bond and we argue and we bicker and we work together and we have victories. And my wife will sit in the other room and go, "Oh my gosh, stop yelling at each other." And we finish a session and we have so much fun. So those are amazing moments. I'm looking forward to that. High on Life looks really, really funny. I can't wait to play that.
Life looks funny. Yeah.
And of course, Callisto Protocol. And I'm actually looking forward to Gotham Knights. Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think I'm going to push through. Let's hear it, CHAREECE. Let's hear your opinion on Gotham Knights, because that's a mixed bag for people.
It is. It's not. It looks like a last gen game. It is not current technology. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. But it looks fun. I'm a bat girl.
Right.
I'm gonna have my bat dreams in this game.
My bad dreams.
I'm already ready. Like I'm gonna play 4 times with every character. We're gonna have different. My outfit is gonna be on point, and we're gonna stop crying. That's all I want.
Gotcha.
Give me that.
Yeah, right.
I'm simple.
Yeah.
I really like your excitement for the game, CHAREECE.
Freeze me on it.
I want to hear what your guys' big excitement is, because the year's almost over. So what are you guys looking forward to toward the end of the year?
You kind of already touched on a few, especially with High on Life. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I love the latest trailer they put out. I thought that was hilarious.
Same.
So cool.
It actually looks like it's gonna be harder though than I thought.
Yeah.
Like the mechanics, like you're not just gonna be like playing. You're gonna have to like think and
I hope that rumor that you just mentioned about Atomic Heart, I hope that's untrue, because that's another one that I'm looking forward to. Of course, we already talked about was it Lies of P? That looked good. I'm excited for whatever Assassin's Creed end up saying or announcing.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
It's coming though. I'm just hoping that they don't have any more leaks, right?
Right. Like yeah.
At this point, I think they're leaking it themselves, but we're gonna comment on that. Okay.
To get hype. They're just trying to get some hype going.
Yes.
All
At
right.
this point.
Yeah, and of course, Grounded as well. I've played it when it was like early beta, and then I also checked it out fairly recently just to kind of see some of the changes. Yeah, it's such a huge difference from when it first started. So it's a lot of fun too if you willing to sink your teeth into Grounded, and I hope people aren't sleeping on that game because it is so good. The mechanics are really well done with the building and stuff like that. It definitely requires a lot of teamwork, but the thing that stood out to me the most is the story. So I really want to be able to jump into the story and see where it goes, because I think in the preview demo, like they kind of cut it off. It's like a dead stop, so you can't really progress and see everything. So I'm looking forward to kind of experiencing the campaign when it comes to Grounded. So yeah, that'd be me. Anybody else want to jump in?
Scorn.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Nah.
I know. Gross, right?
I don't know. I'm weird like that. I think stuff that they think is gross, like that atmosphere, to me it looks a little beautiful. So I am ready for that. God of War. I'm ready. I'm ready to continue the story of I'm ready. I want to see how they develop with the father and son relationship. That's really like more important to me than the fighting mechanics. I'm not worried about it. Right? It's kind of samey, kind of DLC-ish, but we're not gonna go over there. But for me, again, the story is what draws me to the game, and I enjoyed the first installment. Well, the reboot.
Right?
The reboot. There it is, the reboot. So I don't know. Maybe but in the back of the corner of my mind, it's Modern Warfare 2. Like it's a little piece in the back.
Yeah.
But I want to see how the story goes from the last installment from 2019.
Did you hear that they're supposed to be doing not obviously the game you're talking about, but the next Call of Duty is supposed to be doing the Afghanistan war?
Man.
And I was like, I sent it to you guys in the chat.
I saw it too.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I was personally in the military, so I'm like,
I hope not.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if I would want to play it. Like,
I just want to know.
I did hear
the history behind it, because like our children are already kind of special. I don't want them to get them history of this war from a video game.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
Sorry to derail you, lady, but go ahead.
No, that's quite all right. I just want to know No, that's it. Mostly, other than that, I just want to have better, gaming experience with my friends and good story mode games like when I'm by myself. I mean, I'm not asking too much. I don't need all the bells and whistles as others would like, but I just want a good gaming experience. That's all.
All right. What about you, Boogie?
For me,
what you think?
Yeah. For me, Hogwarts Legacy. I know we got that Slytherin lady over there, but no.
We're not gonna have this beef right now, okay?
All right.
I was gonna say,
It's
here.
it's okay. I'm Slytherin too.
No!
I took the test.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God! I can't trust
Again.
any of you people.
We just want power, but we want it with ethics and morals.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No,
No, you
we
don't.
just pretend.
Like literally
Look here.
every movie.
Lie
is
with me,
like,
Colt. Lie with me.
Oh my God. All right, so Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, it looks promising. That collector's edition was crazy.
No,
It did not look worth $300, and it's $300,
Yeah.
and it sold out so quick. Craziness. Also looking forward to Forspoken. Even though there were some videos that like made it look like it was gonna have issues, but I'm still gonna play it because my PlayStation is just like
collecting dust.
collecting dust.
Yeah.
So need something to play on it, so I'll probably play that, and then High on Life and the other games you guys spoke to. So go ahead, you can go, Shreeze.
Cool. All right, Charisse.
Y'all already know Gotham Knights, my Slytherin, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Again, and did y'all see with the clip of them underneath in the dorm room? It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else is supposed to be that I've pre-ordered.
Oh yeah,
Pre-orders?
That's right. She
There's
pre-ordered.
stuff-
She
There's
pre-ordered
stuff
her
you
games
want
a
to
month.
pre-order?
You know, Charisse pre-orders like she don't.
I pre-order, and it's because it's like 2 or 3 games coming out between October and December that I was supposed to get for my fall gaming, but now Disney's kind of blown my mind right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But those were right there off the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Abacab, Midnight Suns, but didn't they get pushed back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Midnight Suns got pushed back. They got
Mhm.
yeah.
It's still making it this year, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say
December
Mhm.
3rd, I think.
Mhm.
December 3rd, something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's actually a packed fall. You just have to get out of this into the summer thing where they're,
The
you're
drought.
playing Disney Dreamlight Valley all day.
Right.
Yeah.
3 hours yesterday, y'all. 3 hours.
Jeez.
Okay. Alright, so I got a few more questions. One is a pretty common question that typically we ask. Kind of got this one from ILP, but it's what's your top 5 games or franchises of all time?
I probably would be Fallout, BioShock, Mass Effect,
Okay.
Borderlands. That's 4. And darn, I want to say Assassin's Creed, but I feel like I have something that I love even more.
Wow.
Darn it. I haven't I didn't think about this ahead of time, but these are the games that come to mind immediately. I'll stick with those. I'm sure there's something else in there, but it might be probably Forza Horizon, because I played 2, 3, and 4, and 5 like crazy. Like 1, I finished it, but like I would just play them till the game, like the code just fell apart.
Sure.
I played them like crazy. So yeah, I would say Forza Horizon, BioShock, Mass Effect, Borderlands, and Fallout. That would be my top 5.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. See, we don't like to send our questions ahead of time for that reason. We're like off the cuff. What do you make you think, make you chew on it. Cool. All right. So, another question. What is your favorite food and or dessert?
It's always a cheeseburger, even though
Hey, that's late.
everybody loves pizza. Like no one can say they don't love pizza, but
I can.
I'll take pizza. I'll take a burger over a pizza. I'll take a burger and some fries and a Coke.
Absolutely, the soft, the chewy, the crunchy, the
Hallelujah. I'm
it's
telling
so
you,
good.
I got my burger stuff for tomorrow for week 1 to watch the football game with a classic cheeseburger.
I'll be there.
Oh, you ain't say nothing but a word. I got you.
Yeah, it's always a
Awesome.
cheeseburger for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So burger.
And what you
Nice.
said, dessert?
Yeah, dessert.
Shoot. I mean, I do like dessert. I don't try to stay real thin. A Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Oh,
I
man,
can't say no.
What flavor?
Sometimes I just go for Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh wow.
That
okay.
way nothing gets in the way, nothing too crunchy, nothing will break a tooth, Yeah. I guess my go-to would probably be the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard. Nothing, no crazy combo.
Yeah, so for me it's the
Yeah.
cookies and cream Blizzard. Oh, double Oreo. Got a
yeah,
double
Oreo
Oreo
with some pecans in it.
Yes. I don't know about the pecan part. You lost me with that. But double Oreo for sure.
Like, where you finding pecans? You just bringing pecans?
No, you can just ask them to put them in it. Like,
Yeah.
hey, give me an Oreo Blizzard and then put some pecans with it. And
That's a
they're
little too much for me.
Right. And you know she from the South. Yeah. Pecans.
pecans.
Because they
correctly.
can. Right.
Do
Pecans.
do they get crunchy from the cold ice cream? Because you know some things like yeah, I wonder if that
A little bit of
works.
salt with it, and all just on the
Oh
pecans.
man.
Okay. I
All
might
right.
give that a shot.
Watch it only tastes good where you live, though. Like, you know what
I
I
ain't
mean?
gonna lie, we do have the best Dairy Queen in the States.
Look at her.
What'd you text this in the chat? Curry goat or oxtails?
Oh, both.
Oh man.
I'm on the both boat
Both.
now.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
that sounds kind of good too.
Yeah, I told you I found a spot out here. It's my favorite spot now. Jamaican, get curry goat and oxtails together.
What?
Dang.
Wow.
Yes.
How much they
yes.
charging you though? Arm
It
and
wasn't
leg?
bad. It wasn't bad. It was $15.
Oh, that's
That's
not
not
bad.
bad.
$15. I had a full plate curry goat, oxtails, cabbage, and mac and cheese.
Man, that sounds
You got extra gravy too?
Extra gravy too.
extra
Oh, girl,
gravy.
stop.
Oof.
Oh, she
The
know about
pictures in
that.
our Discord, all right? No cap.
Yes. All right, bet. So let's get into these topics real quick so we can kind of run through them.
right.
First and foremost, PlayStation acquired Savage Game Studios, which I did try to do a little research on this studio. I couldn't find much of anything. They seem brand new, seem
page
mobile
is
focused. So I don't know what else y'all want to add to this, but what do you think about Savage Game Studios? I mean, Cole, have you heard anything at all regarding the studio or?
Yeah, this is a mobile game studio, so this will get their IPs back onto mobile, something that PlayStation did about 15 years ago. So it's kind of nice from that prelude of what we talked about earlier in the show about how they're moving to different platforms, how the
Right.
game landscape is changing. PlayStation knows, as well as others, that they have to get their games onto mobile screens. The weird thing is people go mobile, right? But like I want the games that the games I usually play on a mobile screen, like
That's right.
if I wasn't at home. So
xCloud.
that's what I like about xCloud. Like if I'm playing a game on my Xbox, I can pick it up on my phone on the go, and I still have that same game. I'm not playing like a puzzle type game on a phone that was only made for mobile. So I think PlayStation might be looking at a way to make smaller versions of their games on mobile, but we don't really know. But this is just another thing. Like the Activision Blizzard and King acquisition was all about PC and mobile way more than it was about Call of Duty. And right now PlayStation's making it all about Call of Duty, which we'll talk about later in the show. So this thing was it's Savage Games, right?
Mm-hmm.
right.
Savage.
Yeah, Savage Game.
Yeah, it's their push into mobile to make more multi-platform, like their CEO said for a while. But it's a weird thing to hear about because we won't see something from them for a couple of years or maybe longer.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. It's like it seems like maybe they saw something behind closed doors, got excited. It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and acquire the studio because they have something extremely unique, or it's got to be something along those lines. Because for it to be an unknown, brand new shop, it's weird. Usually
Right. Like, what tech do they have? Right.
Right,
Like,
exactly. So typically, when these things happen, it's always like a studio that's been around for a few years, 5-10 years, have some sort of release, some sort of like AA or AAA title that's in the, that's out that you can kind of touch and that's tangible. But this seems completely just left field. So I can't wait to see, what comes from this and what they come to bring to the table as far as, like you said, mobile is concerned. And so I agree with that. I mean, everybody is trying to be everywhere, all platforms. And that's why it always felt funny to me when people criticize when Microsoft says, like, when everyone play, we all win, because they want to appeal to everyone. And it kills me because that started out as like an accessibility initiative, because they came out with the accessibility controller. And so what they're saying is that people who with issues, their ability to be able to play is great, but and also it's a fact that Xbox, Microsoft, they support everybody because you have a phone, you have a PC, and you even have one of the consoles, right? So you either have one or the other or all of them, but you have at least one at minimum. So they do support everybody, and so that's why I never understood that whole criticism for them saying that, like, when everyone play, we all win.
Yeah, and it's really about the ecosystem. Like Phil is doing all this because he wants you in the Xbox or Microsoft gaming ecosystem. So people say, well, when he says that, why doesn't he put their games on PlayStation? It's like, you're not listening to what Phil and the leadership are saying. Phil wants, he said the best Xbox console customer, he said this about 2 years ago, is the one that buys the cheapest console, the cheapest Xbox, and buys as many games as they want on it. That's the ultimate ideal console customer for them. They don't need you to buy multiple consoles. They want somebody to buy something where they're in and you're there to buy stuff in the store, and they can just buy software because it's really all about the software.
That's right.
Because they don't really make money on the console. So when people are like, why doesn't Phil put Starfield on PlayStation if he wants to sell their games everywhere? It's like, no, he wants to sell in their ecosystem.
Yeah,
you want to be a customer, like, hey, I get everything here. I get everything I want here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Xbox customer. I'm on Xbox Live where my friends are. All of my games are here. I can even get them on Steam, and they're still in the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very friction heavy change for a lot of people.
And Xbox Cloud and PC is literally covering everybody. So like that's what, people like to say what they want to say, throw in their favorite platform or console, if you will, but really, like you said, the ecosystem covers everybody.
What about Nintendo? Let me take over your show, and I'll ask Boogie about.
Okay.
I love doing podcasts. I'm so new to podcasts as far as being a host, but you're all doing a really good job, and I'm really having a good time. And if you're watching, hit the like button, because they've got over 30 people here watching, and we've got great people in the chat. But Boogie, what about Nintendo? Like, when is Nintendo going to say, hey, why don't we throw more games on mobile, or why don't we put our games on PC and expand our reach?
Now, I think that they are doing more mobile. We've seen them like with their Mario Doctor and all those games coming to mobile and whatnot, but I don't see them coming to PC, mainly because they get to beat to their own drum. Like, there is no reason for them to expand. Like, they make money hand over fist. Like, Nintendo prints money. Like, if they, like, you saw how people were on Splatoon. I think, what was the last one? They just said they're bringing... it wasn't a new Mario game. What is it?
Pokemon?
Well, Pokemon, yeah, everybody buys Pokemon every year. I mean, I know so many people that just buy it, you know what I mean? Like, and they may play it for like 5 minutes, but they're buying it. And the new Zelda game that's coming, people don't even know what the hell it's going to be doing, like what it's going to look like. And they're already like, take my money, So I don't think they're ever going to have to, because they have those like tried and true IPs, and they could take as long as they want to give you a game, and people are more than happy to wait. Like, it's
because they deliver that satisfaction. Like when they bring something out, people are genuinely really happy with what they do. And I don't think you can use the same logic. You set it up really well. I don't think you can use the same logic with PlayStation and Xbox. You can't say, well, Nintendo does this. Like, when you said they march to a different drum, they do it so perfectly. They're their own part of the gaming industry for real. And it's partially because the biggest games like an Assassin's Creed or Battlefield or Grand Theft Auto, like those big games don't come to Nintendo platform. And they don't need them. Like, they kind of have their own pocket of mass appeal and mass am I close on this?
I think you're right on. I mean, and also Nintendo is notorious for having great quality control with their titles, and they nurture the IP. Like, you rarely see them have an IP that they just bring something out and just don't do anything else with it. So that's in, like, they just
because even with Splatoon, when we first saw Splatoon, we probably never thought it would be a 3.
Yeah, I would have never thought it would be a 3 at all. But here we are talking about it.
Right.
Yes.
There's a Goat Simulator 3 though.
Yeah. I don't see how my daughter loves that game. I do not understand that game at all. I don't understand the appeal, but people love it. So
it's just fun. Nonsense.
It is fun. It's goofy.
Yeah. Cool.
I have a I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I just blanked out. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
So I'm pretty sure
I do that every 7 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay. So I don't feel so bad. Okay.
Yeah, and when I do it on the show, I'm like, where did my brain go? Yeah, it's the worst, because when you're on a show, like, you'll never get it back.
Yeah,
It's
No.
impossible.
because you kind of try
It's
to keep the
impossible.
ball rolling and whatnot. So I was gonna say though is I'm pretty sure you all have seen this one was the Series 2 Core, the Xbox Series 2 Core. I just want to get your thoughts on it, and do you all understand the difference between it and the current Series 2 controller?
Yeah, I mean, I know I do.
Yeah,
Me too.
Me too. I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel understands the
Owns a
differences.
series. Yeah, everybody
I
on
mean,
this
do you
one.
want somebody to explain it for the audience?
I
in case
guess.
they
I guess
don't?
it's, I just threw it in there because it was kind of one of the most recent things that just kind of came out. And
Right. So CHAREECE has a Series 2, but in the core would essentially be that controller without the without these little paddles in the back. Like you have to buy that separately, and you have to buy the case separately.
charger,
So
right.
like you wouldn't get this cool Halo Special Edition one. You're not gonna get that, and all the little doodads in it. But I noticed that you do still get this neat little what is this
Key?
thing called?
It's
Yeah,
called
the
a
little
key.
key thing. Yeah, I can't get it out of here. But the key to be able to tighten the joysticks.
But if you own like a regular Elite 2 or Elite 1, those paddles probably
Yeah,
could take
they
those
do.
and snap
They
them
fit.
in. So
Yeah.
I was wondering about this because I have a white, let's see, do I have them behind me? No, I have a white Elite somewhere over here, and then I have the Master Chief one behind me. I don't know if I'm covering up with my head.
Yeah, I see
But
it right there.
all those things that are not included in the Core 2 are still in the box. Like I don't even
Right.
use them.
Yeah.
I pop off those paddles because I'm not an MLG, you know.
Right.
And I don't switch out the thumbsticks. I like them the way they are. So I thought, oh wow, they probably figured out that most people don't use all those pieces,
Right.
and then they're saving $40 or whatever in materials, whatever it is.
Sure.
So I think it brings more people, like it makes it more manageable as far as the price point.
Yeah, I mean, I had like a short discussion with like Mooch on Twitter about it because he kind of like was like, "Why is this like an upgrade?" And I'm like, "Well, for one thing, nobody said it was an upgrade. Like, it's not an upgrade. It's just another option. Like that's all it is. It's just another option. It wasn't even like a huge post where they're like, you know, this is a huge announcement. It was just like, hey, by the way, you can also buy this controller by itself without all the doodads, and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
So-
And it's $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can still buy the extras, like, you know, if you lose some stuff, right? Or if your charger breaks. Now we know that we can just order the, you know, the little pack.
So you still have the 40-hour battery in the Core 2,
nothing's
right?
really much has changed. Right. It's
Same size, Delilah.
same size.
Your old parts, if you have another Elite, are still interchangeable.
work.
The
Yep.
snap-in parts.
Yep.
What else? Oh, Design Lab is going to open up
The
later this
colors.
year to let you.
Yes.
Now, is Design Lab? It comes in 4 colors right now.
Mhm.
Like right now, you can order it in blue, purple, and green and red or something. Is that what's available right now? And then Design Lab is being added to it.
I think that the color customization comes out in December. Right now, they're launching with the white, the Robo White.
Okay.
Yeah. And
They
then
might get me. They might get me on the design
they're
lab on the
definitely
Oh
gonna get me on
yes,
the design.
absolutely.
lab.
Got to get a red
Yeah.
and black for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have your own
Right
custom. Yeah.
your own custom series
Because
too.
now with like, okay, so when I started buying the series 2, it was mainly because of how it felt.
The weight.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So
like a
yeah,
block.
so like I don't even
Yes.
like I have controllers over there. Like I don't even touch those controllers. You guys can see over there. See all of them.
I don't either.
I don't touch them because like they're not heavy enough, and I like being able to adjust my the pull on my right trigger and everything. You know what I mean? So
pretty.
yeah, you know. So
I feel basic with my black one. Dang.
No, right? Like, it's still
Dang, I'm
my baby.
looking at my black one like,
We
dang.
still love you.
Yeah,
still love you.
I'm one of
I
the
still
few
love
people
you.
that got the controller and
Yeah.
the Xbox Series X, you know, Halo Edition.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody was on the hunt for that. But, you know, I got
Did you all get the limited edition Gears Elite controller that came out for Series 1?
No, I
have that one.
No.
Yeah.
I have that one.
I mean, I have the regular Gears controller that came out.
Yeah,
not the.
you talking about this one? You talking about this one that got a little bit of dust on it? But we can just gonna wipe that down real quick. You talking about this
She's trying to wipe it on screen. Baby, let me dress you up.
Yeah, let me dress you up. Let me dress you up in front of the company.
Yeah, I do have that one. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That one, my kid slammed in a drawer and like messed
It was
up.
RIP?
buttons.
RIP?
Yeah. So it's like put up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know a lot of people that wanted to have a series controller, and simply because the price range, which
Right.
is with the paddles and the case and the battery pack, like $179 plus tax. Now you can like slap the discount on there and just have you a true
Core.
experience of what a Series 2 controller is. Am I saying it's the perfect controller? No, it's not. But it sure does make a difference on how you game.
Yeah,
To me,
I will
it
say
it
that
feels awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not happy with their warranty. Like,
Okay.
120 days. 120 days is not long enough for a $200 item. Like, I'm sorry. You guys give more warranty for the Series S, right? And they're not that much difference in price. So why am I only getting 120 days for,
I didn't know it was that short. I didn't know it was just 120.
I didn't either.
So like once it's out of warranty, apparently they are allowing you, well, they'll just send you a new controller because I've had to do it twice. I've had drift twice, but it's $100. So, which,
Yikes.
yeah, still $100, another $100 you're having to shell out. But they'll send you like a brand new one in a case and everything. So, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I guess, get it from Best Buy and get a complete package with it,
Right.
$20.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's basically it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't think about that. I'm gonna have to do that now because I do keep their
card.
Yeah. Total whatever member, total plus member, everybody got a plus sign.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Yeah, everybody got a plus sign. Plus means extra money.
Stupid, but that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We have like 30 subscriptions in our lives right now, don't we?
Yeah, it's insane. Like my husband and I, we're trying to figure out how we can cut back on that because it's just so many. And then the sports just jumped off, right? So we got NFL Plus, and we find out they don't do the live games. So we're like, okay, we got to figure something else out because it's bad.
Lots.
We got like what 5.
I'm telling you, what we say last week, we're gonna have a subscription for air at some point. Like,
don't say that. Don't put it out there.
The crazy thing about the subscriptions is when I was younger, like back in the 90s, right? When I wanted to watch something, I had to wait till it was available.
Yeah.
And now everything, our music, our movies, our games, there's like pretty much when you want it's on demand. And you remember when people used to say TiVo? Remember TiVo was the word?
Yeah, I had
a TiVo it.
Yeah.
It's everything has changed now. You just wait till this weekend I'll sit down and watch those episodes of whatever show it is instead of I got to make sure my TiVo didn't work or such and such didn't TiVo it. And that's off topic, but cable could be like $80 a month, and you had to sit down when that show was on, and you had 300 channels of stuff you would never watch that you were paying for, and maybe we complain. I think it might be better now, as long as Delilah can figure out which things to cut out, right?
Right. Yeah.
I still think it's better now because at least I'm paying for exactly what I want. Like I'm not paying for like a ton of channels I'm never gonna watch.
Yes, I agree.
Because right now, I think the ones that I watched the most has been HBO Max, Disney Plus, and I think that's it. Right?
Netflix.
Netflix is hit and go sometimes.
They are.
Documentaries be on
and
point.
You see, they're gonna stop doing all at once. They've announced.
Yeah, they're
gonna start doing episodic. Because
it's starting to look like more like cable. More and more.
Too many people are binge watching, and then canceling their membership.
That's
so
exactly
they put their hand in your pocket securely.
Yeah,
Gotta do like Disney now.
Right?
You're not getting rid of Disney.
Yeah, Disney's coming hard with the content though. Like you can't.
They are.
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, they make it so appealing just with all those superheroes and the production quality of their shows. It's like
every month you're getting something. No lie, like every month you're getting something, whether it's a documentary, a cartoon movie, a Marvel movie, Star Wars show. Something is happening every month. You're getting something.
Yeah,
it really speaks to when you look at Disney Plus, like they had to come out the gate with really good content if they wanted to bring subscribers, and it really cuts against the whole narrative that a subscription service lowers quality. Because if you want people to be willing to pay $8 or $10 or whatever it is to debit it out of their debit account or the credit account, checking account every single month, you have to give them quality. You have to give them hot content constantly. And I hear this narrative a lot that Game Pass is going to lower budgets for Xbox Game
They
Studios.
wish.
Like, oh, we're on $10 a
Right.
month, so
Yeah.
you know, like Phil has to go to Todd Howard and say, look, your next game, I know you're working on Elder Scrolls 6 next. We got to lower that budget down 30% because people are only paying $10 a month. You know how it works, right? Todd?
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's not how it goes. But the same people will say, we'll look at Halo. It's a lower quality game in a subscription service. Like, yeah, but just yesterday you were laughing at how it's a $500 million budget game,
Right.
and look at how it looks, right? So they can't have it both ways. But I agree with all of you guys. Like, I like I'm paying for what I want. You get extra stuff, right? Boogie,
Right.
like there's some stuff on Netflix that you probably won't ever watch, but that stuff that you're getting your money's worth about the stuff that you do like on whatever Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Even we have a bunch of those. We have too many, but
Yeah,
The
I get Paramount
originals.
Plus too. Yeah,
I think it's a
even
good
have Apple
change.
Plus.
Oh, you have
probably
that
the
too?
I probably have the most subscriptions, no lie, because like I'm bad.
Do you have
But
Prime? Do you have Amazon Prime?
yeah, I have
Everybody
Amazon
has
Prime.
Prime.
I have Apple
Yep.
TV Plus. I have Paramount. I have HBO. I have Disney. I have even Stars, y'all. Which I really gotta get rid of Stars. 'Cause-
Get rid of Stars because as soon as P Valley season 2 ended, I can't
I haven't
remember.
watched that, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
But I
They're
guess
gonna change it on your next season. They're gonna have it episodic so that you won't cancel.
yeah, yeah.
That's all right. They're gonna catch me at the end, and I'll buy the complete season and watch it at my discretion.
and then they're starting to like pair the services together. Like,
Yes.
my wife was telling me like Paramount is being bundled with something else. Like they're kind of like partnering together, so you can kind of get them and get a discount. And then like Xbox Game Pass has EA Plays just right there because
Right.
I was like, wait, why is Grid Legends? Grid is just like kind of a sim racing game, and I didn't want to buy it because I just didn't want to get it yet. And it was just like plopped on Game Pass, like with no
Oh, nice.
fanfare.
I
I'm
didn't know
like,
it was on Game Pass. That's dope.
yeah, I didn't know. It was like 3 days ago, and so I pulled my racing seat over, and I'm like, we're gonna play this. And I kind of like the way that's going. And I know a lot of people are saying, I don't want my games to go to subscriptions. Subscriptions are trash. It lowers the quality. But one of these days, the rest of the people are gonna figure out I'm saving a lot more money. I'm getting
There's
more of
only
what I
one
want.
type of person that's saying that, literally.
Maybe I need to. put this
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. All right. So
How do we get into that from the core controller?
know,
right?
I'll have no
Yeah.
idea.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's good. It was organic. I like it. Okay. So speaking of subscriptions, we already talked about that, but PlayStation has mentioned in regards to Xbox's talking about their I don't know. One of y'all want to dig into that, the whole thing with PlayStation and the
Which one we're
and
doing?
the
Oh.
inadequate? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, you want me to go?
Uh-oh.
You can start Boogie,
All
and
right.
then I will start. I will finish with you.
So we know that, Microsoft is trying to buy Activision Blizzard, and there's been a bunch of approvals that have to happen across the world for, it to be greenlit. And Sony, first Phil had an interview and he talked about how basically, the 3 years, it's going to be done for Call of Duty, like it's going to be on Game Pass, which I figured from the beginning, they always said we're going to honor current contracts. They were very specific in the language that was being used. They never, it was very much just confirming we will uphold contracts, current contracts, right? And Sony got salty. Mr. Jim Ryan was very upset. He said he thought this was a private conversation and that he is unhappy with it only being 3 years and only for Call of Duty though. So yeah, you guys can talk about your opinion. No other games he cares about apparently, just Call of Duty.
Okay.
Say, yeah.
I'm not saying that's not the only game that people care about. That's all they see because Call of Duty is nothing but dollar signs. People don't know how popular Warzone and Modern Warfare 2019 really did. Because we're not going to talk about Cold War and Vanguard because Cold War was okay, and I heard that.
But they still making money. Like
They still making money though.
yeah.
They still making money. I think I'm gonna just say don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay.
The actual game. Don't hate the players, hate the actual game. Because as a Call of Duty player, when I played really heavy back in the days, I had to be like, oh man, they get the PlayStation get the, exclusive content early. And oh, they got this special stuff for PlayStation only players. And I only had my Xbox at the time. So I just had to, stick it out and play it. And now Xbox is, trying to compromise with folks and say, hey, we got you for the first couple of years, but after that, you're on your own. I think Jim is just really salty because he ain't had enough money to actually put an actual deal on the table for Activision. And he knows that he knows that's money.
I'm mad you talking for this man, but go ahead.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. Right?
I'm like, you got to charge it to the game, because when you had your marketing rights and you had your exclusive content only for Sony players, we Xbox players that was playing Call of Duty over here, we just had to nip it in the bud, but we kept playing, we showed out, and we didn't, to be honest with you, we didn't even need those extra stuff. We will still play what we will play. Now, since Jim know that it's a potential that you may not have all the bells and whistles that you used to have, now you want to cry, now you want to complain, and then you got the fanboys wanting to talk, then you got the toxic people want to put their 2 cents in, then they want to be business analysis, and then they want to act like they got stock in the game, and then they want to do 2-hour spaces part 1, 2, and 3 just to talk about one game that's Call of Duty, when it's supposed to be the Activision deal. Everything under Activision, not just Call of Duty, Blizzard, Overwatch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be talking about that, but no, y'all always talking about Call of Duty because Call of Duty is like their most lucrative franchise. Now, my gamer side is like, it don't matter where it be at because I have everything. I can play it everywhere. And then part of me knowing that Xbox is my preferred console, I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care if they get mad. I don't care if they get butthurt. If you guys want to call me out on, if she play Call of Duty, yes, honey, you can go ahead and check. I may not have all the achievements, but you best believe I had dabbled in every Call of Duty in the last 10 years. Like I said, do not hate the player, hate the game. If y'all ain't had enough money to put a deal on the table, don't get mad when the other company wants to do adjustments to their deal. That's all I gotta say.
All right, Colt, I'll let you go because you're the guest.
How do I follow that?
I know, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Call of Duty's my main. It's my main.
Yeah.
It's my main.
Love Call of Duty. Yeah.
Right.
So
she
I
hasn't
noticed
been playing it lately. Like
I haven't
been
even
playing it because we're waiting for Bobby to get the boot. So
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Yes, I haven't been playing in a while, but doesn't discredit me of what a decade of Call of Duty games.
You don't have to play it. You don't even have to like it to talk on it. Just remember that. Somebody tried to have that argument with my good friend Gaz and I. And Gaz is really good at Call of Duty. And just like you, I've played all of them. And I mean, I don't have a ton of hours logged in the past few years online, but it doesn't matter. I can still talk about stuff that I know about or that I've looked into. But
it's your opinion.
I mean, where do you start with this? The first thing that I should say is, as far as we think we know, was that Call of Duty could possibly leave the PlayStation in 2027. So it could be 5 years, or it could be 3 years, but it just depends on when they make when the next Call of Duty actually releases after this 3-year marketing deal closes. And I've wanted to make a video about this, but I didn't want to dive into all the numbers. It would take a lot of research of looking into sales charts and platform totals. And I've kind of gone away from some of that reporting. But the bottom line is that Jim Ryan is really worried because if they look at the PlayStation division, software is where it really matters because they've hiked up the price of the PS5. They need to sell games, and Call of Duty is a major front and center player of their yearly revenue, their yearly residual revenue from people buying that game every single year in mass on the PlayStation. And if that goes away, they are just as afraid as they are with Minecraft when Minecraft was acquired, that it could be another huge cash cow because they don't make all their money off of Horizon Forbidden West or Gran Turismo 7 or even God of War Ragnarok. Spider-Man is an anomaly. They made a ton of money. They sold like almost 25 million copies of that.
The IP is
the IP. Yeah, it's massive. And of course, Insomniac killed it. It's amazing. So it's one of my favorite games on the entire PlayStation platform. I love that one even more than God of War. So Spider-Man's my top game. But when you look at the sales that PlayStation sells every year, all the games they sell, Call of Duty is a huge chunk. Just picture it like you own a gas station or a convenience store, and moon pies are like your major seller. People come in and buy those more than anything, even more than they pump gas. If moon pie's like, hey, we got to go, you would be really worried and wondering what kind of deal you could strike. So this is Jim Ryan at the risk of looking weak as a platform, begging that they reconsider and just keep Call of Duty on PlayStation forever. Because if PlayStation wanted to make a Call of Duty killer, we wouldn't see it for 10 years. By then,
isn't that why they bought Bungie? Like, that was the reason why they bought Bungie, right? It's to make their Call of Duty, right? So
to use their expertise and their experience and their know in the industry to make an incredible online co-op and competitive multiplayer game. And Bungie may not make, they said they won't make an exclusive for PlayStation, but Bungie will probably be heavily involved and partnered in some game that PlayStation is going to make. Maybe it's even helping Guerrilla Games come out with another Killzone, but I doubt it. But maybe it's bringing back SOCOM or just a new IP, because PlayStation doesn't have a massively popular and successful multiplayer co-op or competitive game on their platform, at least not in the past 10 or 15 years. Right. And if Bungie was heavily involved with that to help them make an exclusive as a partner, and it's not published by Bungie, so they're not breaking what they don't want to do, that's super important, because that's where the industry is going as well. Single player games are really great. They're very important, but look where the money's made. My kid plays Roblox like crazy, and you can't even get Roblox on PlayStation.
But
I think you hit the...
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, though. Like the percentage that they get from the store, I think, what is it, like 30% they get from the store? And we all know like how much people buy from like Warzone and stuff like that. Like if they don't get that revenue, like that's going to be a nice hit to, their gut, essentially. So I understand their fear for sure. But do I think it's valid? Because you are currently ahead in the market, right? So it's kind of like you're winning the race, but you're complaining about someone who is now getting close to you.
Well, are they winning the race? If it makes you wonder why PlayStation's winning. They've got a huge name, and everybody buys their consoles, and everyone buys all their games there. And most people, over 80% of the people that buy games on PlayStation are buying multiplats. That's where most of their sales. If they gave you a graph and said, here's how many exclusives we sell and here's how many multiplats we sell, when you take out one of their biggest multiplats, is PlayStation still able to stay in the lead, Boogie?
Right. I don't think so. And I don't think that they've taken the necessary steps before now to be in a good position, right? Because I felt like, last gen, they did great. They were great with their marketing and everything like that. They made sure that people knew that PlayStation was the place to play, these epic experiences and stuff like that. But I think that probably because of Microsoft's misstep, right, in their marketing and having their gut punch, they then said, okay, long game, where are we going in the industry? So I feel like they've made the necessary steps to position themselves to leapfrog over PlayStation. And I don't think PlayStation was ready. I think that PlayStation was PlayStation 2 cocky, and they weren't ready.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to hear from the rest of the panel as well.
CHAREECE.
CHAREECE is a PlayStation hater too. So
yeah. If you have an Xbox fangirl, that'll be CHAREECE.
Yeah, that is CHAREECE.
Even though she does have everything, you do have everything. Yes. It's not like you ain't.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Ask her when she turned on her last time she turned on her PlayStation though.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me take this trash off of it.
Oh my
god. Since we have company today, I'm gonna behave. But when I don't know why people seem to think that it should have to a certain extent, when Sony buys exclusive It don't come to other systems. So why should Microsoft do the same thing? Like, I'm not understanding. I bought it for myself and my people. Why
Right.
should I share it with those other peasants?
We don't have Final Fantasy, right?
Thank you.
Remake.
I'm
Final
still
Fantasy
waiting for the
remake.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's all right. I digress.
Right.
Oh,
We
Charisse.
didn't-
Oh,
We
I had
didn't
to buy that.
Destiny
I had to,
content that was a multiplayer game. Like you
Took
guys,
2 damn years.
yeah,
Sorry,
like
sorry.
literally paid to keep content off
Oh,
of the system.
But
yeah.
nobody's complaining about that part when Microsoft is literally doing the exact same thing that Sony has done. But honestly, they at least giving y'all here some crumbs until that contract, runs out.
Right.
Y'all can have that part, and then hey, it's all ours. Nobody's complaining about. Yeah, we might have had a few little articles, but nobody to the extent that what these people are doing right now. It just makes no sense to me. Is it I want to say two-faced of it, but it's like y'all are coming straight out of left field and don't understand that these people are here to make money. And the money right now is on Xbox ecosystem. And if you want Call of Duty to be on PlayStation forever, tell Sony to put Game Pass on PlayStation.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think with PlayStation, the only two, my opinion, the only 2 games that's constantly giving them money is Call of Duty and 2K. Maybe Madden.
That's it.
Maybe Madden.
That's it.
But them 2 games is the one that as soon as it comes out, it still will generate money for them. And since PlayStation is always, first parties exclusives, sometimes you can 1 or 2 and done. You can do the regular story, you can do the hardened mode, and that's about it. But when it comes to multiplats, that's all they have. But now, why are you crying? But then you want to keep those for yourself, but you want to have the food that's on our plate too. But we giving you something. It's not enough, then you're greedy.
Can I get a little wild on this?
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Let me get a little wild because people get mad, and I think part of the problem is PlayStation has been so dominant for so long, and their fans have grown up. Like they've out of pull-ups playing the PlayStation, right? And this is all they've known, where PlayStation gets the biggest deals on games, and they've had exclusive games that they didn't make, that they've had like just tied to the PlayStation brand. So what happens is those PlayStation fans will yell at me and say, why is Xbox taking games away from platforms where people have played the game for years? Like they're taking away Elder Scrolls, they're taking away Call of Duty, Starfield should be a multi-plat and it's only going to be on Xbox. And I said, you just described Final Fantasy. And they're like, no, Final Fantasy is a PlayStation game. I'm like, Final Fantasy started on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Right.
I played my first Final Fantasy on a Sega Game Gear.
Right. Wow.
Like it's not a PlayStation game.
Yep.
And right now, I was gonna really make like a big deal about this, but right now there are 13 playable games on the Xbox Series S or X, Final Fantasy. Right now on the PS5, I looked at both stores back and forth, looked at my HDMI source. There's like 15 or 16 Final Fantasy games on the PS5, but 13 on the Xbox. And so you can get all these Final Fantasy games, but Final Fantasy 7 will never come to the Xbox, in my opinion. And then Final Fantasy 16 may come to Xbox. This is a new game.
What
Like
about
eventually.
the Square Enix games, like the Mana series, Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
And
We're never
some of the
getting
Star
those.
Ocean games, like a lot of those JRPGs, it's a tall task for Microsoft to try to get on their platform. So they're always going to have a beat of exclusives that the Xbox platform just won't have a chance to get or have on the store. It's a continuous problem. That's why I was excited when they I think in the showcase they showed they announced Persona. I was surprised about
Day one, baby. Day one.
Yeah, so
I think the people that just own the PlayStation platform are having trouble realizing that the way that they used to game before, when they first got on the PlayStation, is not going to be the same forever. And I think they're struggling with change. That it's not always, it's not, everything's not going to be exclusive. Everything is not going to be just only console. And I think they're a little late of catching up from what Xbox and their ecosystem are doing. And I understand if you're passionate about your console and you feel frustrated that it's not going the way you want to, that's fine and dandy. But remember the time, I think, 2013 to 2018, when it was a struggle for Xbox, and excuse my language, but we got shitted on, and we had to hit them, we had to take them licks, and we had to keep going. And the real core fans stayed to the end. I don't get me wrong, I know people that switched over. I know people that was like, oh, I'm an Xbox for life, and then they're like, oh, now fuck Xbox, they ain't nothing, and it's all PlayStation now. I know you, I see you, but now when the landscaping changes for just gaming period, it's not just one box, it's not just one platform, it's give it another 10 years, it's going to be everywhere, and they just don't know how to handle it. Jim Ryan don't know how to take it, and I'm sorry to him. If you want me to be super, I couldn't be in no business moves from Xbox, because if I had the power, they would have had nothing.
Lady be in there sucking her teeth in the meeting.
This is what we gonna do right now.
we not gonna give them nothing. We probably gonna give them this. This last will be the last title they get. If it was me, and they'll be on Game Pass, or have Game Pass exclusive content,
right.
And that's just my pettiness in me, but you know,
and you have a long time. So for me, like, I'm with you. Like, for all of you who are upset, you have a good head start. All right.
Yes.
So next Christmas, maybe buy a Samsung TV. You'll be able to play Call of Duty there. On your Xbox Cloud, or buy yourself
Boogie. I thought they had PCs, high-end PCs to play this game.
Yeah, they're always like,
Okay, people capping on the high-end PCs, because everybody knows
right.
that
PC
this
Xbox Series X costs what, $500,
right?
And my PC right here costs $3,000.
So not everybody wanting $3,000, okay?
Yeah.
And so either you're gonna adapt to the ever-changing landscape of what gaming is about to happen, or you're gonna be falling left behind and talking hot messes and hot takes on social media platforms.
Yeah, the loud minority, in my opinion. But
right.
Yeah.
Very loud.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know.
All right. So, is there anything else anyone else want to say on this topic? Like,
nah.
Go
ahead.
If I was any other studio as Sony, I'd be kind of upset that they only care about Call of Duty. Like, I would be in my feelings.
Like Activision Umbrella, and then all they getting mad is with Call of Duty, and then I'm like,
I would be
Bungie,
upset.
like, they just bought you guys, or whatever the deal was, to like make a game, and they're like, they basically describe Call of Duty as no other game can match them.
I'd be in my feelings, and I would turn them into a turd. Like, you ain't getting nothing from me for the next 2 weeks.
Well, the problem with that was a lot of their fans, when this Activision deal started, I don't even remember what it was, last year, spring. No, I think it was like January. I don't remember. Ooh, it's been crazy, hasn't it? When this deal started, like, PlayStation fans, like that certain group, right? They were like, Call of Duty's trash. Like, no one cares about Call of Duty. It's finished. No one buys it anymore. And I'm like, no, it's one of the highest selling games next to Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft on the platform. And now they've been saying for so long Call of Duty's trash, and then Sony says it's unbeatable, right? So when you say, why are they only talking about Call of Duty? Well, like, Crash Bandicoot is a multi-plat now, and like anybody can get that. And most of Activision Studios stopped making games 10 years ago. They've all like just folded in to help make the Call of Duty machine. And then no one talks about Blizzard, because I think most of Blizzard's games might only be on PC.
Is it Diablo, Overwatch? That's all console. They support
the
console.
card game,
Diablo.
Hearthstone.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
They're making this. It's true. They're making this survival open world game, and I'm just really hoping it's not a PC exclusive. But that's another thing that they wanted with Blizzard, and was the Blizzard part was the PC part, because they make great PC games. So Blizzard will have a couple of games that they'll make that will only be on PC. But And Overwatch, I'm pretty sure Overwatch 2 will be for everyone. It won't be exclusive. So there's really the only thing to hold on to right now is Call of Duty. And it's made that discussion interesting as I've covered it on my channel. Like when I try to approach everything like, what can I show Xbox fans that they can be concerned or care about with this deal, you know, or with this piece of news, right? I'm always like, what's the Xbox angle? And then I try to explain, I'm not quite sure there's a lot of real excitement around being just an Xbox customer with this deal, because I personally believe, which I should have got into when we started the discussion, I think Xbox and Microsoft will end up just keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation forever. They'll just continue
Like
just
a
to
Minecraft,
release
like
it there
Minecraft?
for. Yeah, and like they said their intent was, but the intent also kind of keeps them open. I think that's what upset Jim Ryan and a lot of other people, was that they've sort of left it open. Like, why just make a definitive statement? We don't even know if we're going to be able to buy Activision. We have no right to make any kind of claims or promises anyway. So let's just leave it open and say our intent is to keep it on PlayStation for several years. And maybe the idea is, you have to think about the business part, right? When you guys are talking about, it's really all about business and money, that maybe Phil and the team are thinking, okay, if the deal goes through, we'll commit to keep Call of Duty for a couple of releases on the PlayStation. Then we'll have time to see how big Game Pass is. We'll have the numbers. We'll have the sales sheet here on PlayStation and the numbers of revenue coming in from Game Pass and people coming to the platform. And when there is a heavier weight over here where Game Pass is doing better than just selling on PlayStation, we can go, boop, no more PlayStation, and we're going to get a big chunk of people that'll fly up here, and it'll raise up Game Pass even more. But if they get in the situation, this is what they're doing right now, that if they think that PlayStation is going to make them just a little bit more money and it won't offset the growth of Game Pass, then you just look at numbers and graphs as a financial person. You say, no, Phil, don't do it. It's not worth it. Who cares? Just keep it on PlayStation. We'll make money off their backs. And then they just say, hey, we want to be good to the industry and just keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. And then in the background, they're making more money because that's what ended up happening in that trajectory. And that's the thing that console warriors don't understand. Like, they can't grasp that. It's really all about just looking at sales projections and making a smart decision. And that's where Call of Duty lands.
Right. Anybody else?
And it's not as messy as we want, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely not as messy as you want. I mean, especially you look at it from a purely business perspective. I mean, because that's really when you think about it, that's what it is. Just a business move that's it's going to allow Microsoft to be able to say, okay, play it on Game Pass, pay $70. Like, gamers going to have a choice there, regardless.
Well, can I ask you, Delilah? Let me ask you. Let's say you had to make the decision right now. Okay. All right. Now, really think about it. They said, Delilah, what should we do? Do you think if we pull Call of Duty off PlayStation, do you think that Call of Duty on Game Pass day one will grow the service enough to make up for the 30% we make on PlayStation? Would you be able to? What would you want to do? Would you rather take the safe bet and just say, let's just keep selling on PlayStation? Or you think, I've seen how Game Pass can grow.
I see it two ways. Like, one, for just to kind of mediate the PR nightmare they would get from pulling the title on PlayStation, I would keep it on that platform for a while. But I'll also make like you said, more of a long-term 10-year plan on it. Like, if the numbers, like you said, if they line up, then of course I'll slowly, gradually make sure that it's exclusive to our platform, depending on the numbers. But I mean, the amount of revenue that Call of Duty generates on PlayStation, you can't ignore that in the short term. So you would have to support that platform, just purely looking on numbers. If you're looking at even at Activision as like a valuation and how much money they're bringing in as far as revenue, I'm pretty sure it's a large part of it, right? So you don't want to just cut that income, period. Who's going to say, oh, I don't want to make that money? You know, because especially if that development's already in process and you already got teams devoted to that platform, that's just a dumb business. So yeah, if it was me, I would keep it on the platform, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, people who buy Call of Duty regularly aren't on these podcasts. They aren't on Twitter making these outlandish, crazy statements. They're not gonna notice a difference. All they're gonna know is that Activision has a new owner, and I'm still getting my Call of Duty. That's really dumb. Yep. That's, to me, that's how it all shake out. All right, so the last question, kind of deviate from that. I want to ask you, Boogie, a little bit, because I know you talked about D23. Is there anything you want to talk about as far as D23 and some of the announcements they've made? Is it still too early?
Oh no, there's like, as we're talking, there's a ton of announcements happening. I mean, CHAREECE and I are talking. I mean, there's like.
No wonder y'all was so quiet.
No, we haven't been quiet. Don't try it.
No, they haven't been
But so besides, movies and all that stuff, for gaming specifically, they had a showcase yesterday afternoon. Some people were sad because we didn't get Wolverine news, we didn't get Spider-Man, but we got some little blips, right? Like if you slow down the video, and take some quick screen grabs, you'll see Spider-Man, and you'll see Wolverine, So those games are coming. We know they're coming, but I mean, I knew they were like way too early, right, for them to like have a
just showed a CG trailer,
right. Yeah, there's like it's too early, right? So, but we did get to see. There was a game that's coming from Skydance Media for Captain America: Black Panther. That was toward the end of the showcase. That game looked really good, but I think it's going to be VR because that Skydance Media, they're actually a movie studio. They did Top Gun.
Great
and
movie.
The only and everybody loved that, right?
Yeah, great movie.
Which is probably why the trailer was like epic, right? But the only two games that they've made so far is a Walking Dead game and a Star Wars. Oh no, sorry, is a Walking Dead VR game, but they will also be making the Star Wars Amy Hennig game. So that game that's coming out. So I think this is going to end up being VR. But
wow.
Wait, are you saying VR is in virtual reality or battle royale?
No, V as in virtual reality. I know, right? I think that's what it's going to be, just because those are the games that they've made. So I don't know. They may
you feel like they're going to stay within that wheelhouse, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because they seem to like they are a movie studio, like I said. So they seem to be making more like movie style, like where you're being put in. You know,
you're in the movie.
Right. So then there was Speedstorm, which I don't know. I am tired of Mario Kart, and I know that we have had like Nintendo, what is it called? Nickelodeon put out their kart racer, and someone else is supposed to be having a kart racer coming out soon. But this Speedstorm actually like looked really good. Like
that's what I was gonna say. It had a good look. It had nice looking visuals.
Right. So I'm excited. I'll be playing that. The Tron game looks really good. It's already up on Steam. If you want to do Steam wish list for it, it isn't coming this year, but it looked promising as well. And then there was one more that caught my eye. Oh, the Villains game. Then they showed some Midnight Suns, which CHAREECE is excited about that. I don't know if I'll be playing Midnight Suns. It was very
too strategy type.
Right.
I'm not
a card game.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty card game.
Okay, you
with
can have
Marvel.
it. You can have it.
Yeah. But like those games always trip me out because the trailer will be like, super CG and getting you all pumped up, and then they're like, "You're playing cards." Use your imagination. I'm like,
that's funny. That's like what that's what we experienced at PAX. Like we come around and see a booth and stuff would look really cool, and you're like, oh, and you go over the monitor and sit, and it's a card game, or it's a it's a Candy Crush type game.
Right.
Like, oh,
or turn-based, and I'm just like,
I know, and I hate to say those things out loud because I know people like get really they're really happy about playing certain types of games, like Hearthstone. Like people love it to death, but I don't. So my internal monologue, like, can't help it.
I mean, that's great for you, but I would rather be immersed in the game. Like I want to be like feeling like it's me, like I'm transported to this environment, I'm playing the game. So those are my hits, but CHAREECE may have different hits.
Got anything you want to add, CHAREECE?
Boogie kind of covered the main stuff from yesterday anyway. The Little Mermaid, that little snippet of a trailer with her singing the song. Like,
see, now you're going to movies. I didn't talk about.
She's gonna talk about the game part. She going to
talk about the game. My bad.
All right, so
the game, y'all know it's Marvel all day long. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all know me. Like I'm gonna get it, even if it sucks. I'm gonna get it.
That's why she's buying that card game.
I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm like, why are we even having this discussion? I will give y'all my review of it, and then I will delete it from my hard drive. Which I haven't even deleted Marvel's Avengers yet, so I don't even know what I'm lying on that one for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. I have a problem. I have a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the games. That little snippet of Spider-Man and Wolverine. Like, if that's PlayStation only, like I'll find a PlayStation 5 and see if I can, play it. Because again, I play Spider-Man on my PlayStation 4. But I am hoping it does come to PC because I like playing with my Xbox controller. But
I have to say, breaking news. Harrison Ford is at D23 right now talking about Indiana Jones game. So we're gonna we're probably about to get a trailer dropping.
No, wait, is this the Xbox Indiana Jones game? Oh,
yes.
Right.
Yeah, this is Disney, so this is multi-class.
Yeah. So they're gonna talk about everything. Cool.
Well, majority multi-class. Let me change that.
Yeah.
All
right. So, I mean, we're getting close on time. I mean, we have what? Well, we passed the 5 minutes past time.
Yeah.
And so I was going to talk about Tokyo Game Show, but I'm not going to talk about it now. Just know that it's next week, and we'll kind of continue on the next episode of Growing Gaming. We'll probably talk about Tokyo Game Show. Do y'all have any tidbits real quick?
JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, anything else?
Thor is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it is.
Disney Plus.
Disney's about to be 100, y'all.
Oof. Wow.
Right.
What about you, Cole? Any tidbits? Any recent movies, TV?
Yeah, it's a gaming tidbit.
Okay.
Death Stranding's very satisfying to play. Very cathartic.
Lady, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, because CHAREECE just started. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because I was looking at a question in the chat. Can you repeat that for me, please?
I said Death Stranding is enjoyable. It's cathartic.
It's cathartic, yeah.
Is that Cap, lady? Is that Cap?
I started playing it on Game Pass PC, and I can see why people complain about it, but sometimes when I'm walking and just kind of figuring out a path around rocks, it's just very relaxing, actually. And then kind of some music swells in. I'm like, this is kind of nice, but I need more in games, and starting to get into where the combat starts. But my friends are really thinking I'll give up on it, so I'm out of spite. I'm going to keep going.
Good luck with that, sir. Good luck with that. Because I bought it. The reason why I bought a PlayStation was for Death Stranding, and it was
it's a whole thing. It's a whole story behind that. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the story. Okay, long story short, Death Stranding costed me $480 because
Oh my god.
I wanted to play it because I'm like, oh, this looks weird, but I want to play it, So, but I didn't have a PlayStation 4 at the time, so I saved up my little coins, and I got a PlayStation 4, and that was I bought 2 games. I pre-ordered Death Stranding, and I bought The Last of Us Part 1 remastered, and I had a better experience with The Last of Us 1 remastered than Death Stranding. Don't get me wrong. It looked gorgeous. The album is fire, and it looks pretty, but I ain't got time to be walking and delivering packages. That's damn near a job, and I didn't play video games to work that much. So
Stay off that Power Wash Simulator.
Oh no, we're not. No,
there's a one. Like, look, I am not trying to move.
I'm not trying to be a barista.
Yeah. I saw that.
Somebody was like, "Oh, won't you? There's a coffee game that you can be a barista, and I think you should stream it." I'm like, "Am I getting paid for it?" They were like, "No, because I do that in real life, and I get paid for it. Why would I play a video game about coffee after I just got off work making coffee?" But that's neither here or there. I just hope that you have the most organic experience with Death Stranding, and don't let the outside voices, disrupt that. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Oh, see, his stuff is so weird. It's very difficult to digest. Very, very weird. Like over the top weird.
I heard it comes together.
It's very annoying.
It comes together
actually.
in the end.
I've
seen the movie. Though? I've seen the movie. It comes together.
You won't be there for a while, CHAREECE. You ain't even got to the meat and the potatoes yet.
Girl, I'm still trying to order something off the menu in this game. No, boo. It's pretty, but that's all.
So you're not gonna finish it?
I don't know. It's still on my PC.
I know. I've been asking her, are you gonna stream it? Because I basically just been watching CHAREECE because I already know I'm not dedicating time.
Like I said, I couldn't play it. I watched the movie, as you all know, on YouTube. Somebody stringed all the cutscenes together, and I kind of watched it. Great story. That's it. I'm glad.
What happened?
So
what happened?
I'm trying to figure out how the story is great. I don't know what the story is.
So it'll come together. It's weird in the beginning. Doesn't make sense. It's just all these little things. It'll come together and it makes sense by the end. Just keep watching or playing if you desire.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and just jump into outros. I don't think we have time for questions today. I do see one question though. Oh, two questions. Is Sony going to Tokyo Game Show? And that's the first question. And how is The Last of Us, the new one, Last of Us Part 1? Has anyone played it? That's the two questions I see. If there's any others, then I'm sorry.
I hope Sony's in a Tokyo Game Show. Personally,
I didn't see an announcement from them being at TGS. Did you?
No, I haven't heard anything about them coming.
Last of Us Part 1. Has anyone played it?
No, I don't have a PS5. I'm not going to cap like everybody else, but I did play the remastered on the PS4, and it's the same story. It just looked prettier. And I heard that the Ultimate Edition, I guess the one in the white box, there are a few people that have been complaining that's been damaged en route to them. Look, if y'all, I'm talking about companies with special edition anything video game related. Don't be having people spending over $100 on your product and it comes back busted. Yeah. I would be upset.
Don't ship it in a 30-cent bubble wrap envelope.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like PlayStation is not at Tokyo Game Show.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought.
PlayStationLifestyle.net reported Sony is notably absent from Tokyo Game Show. But
that's
Xbox will be there, but they're going to cover the 12-month stuff. Nothing new from Xbox, but they probably will announce. Sounds like they're going to announce that they are kind of working with studios, so we might be something that they're helping marketing, but it'll be multi-plat. But at least they're getting their name in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I know they're having a big like that whole market. They've been having a big push towards that market. So it's I love to see it because I've always been a fan of like the Japanese-esque games. And it's good to see those back on the platform and see them more often rather. All right, cool. Yeah. So look, we also see another question coming in about asking if lady, what you're playing. Specifically, they pointed you out like, what games are you playing?
Oh man, look, you gonna have to check it at the beginning after the recap though.
Right,
you have to check it.
I told him.
Yo, you got here late. You got here late.
You got here late. I said no issues.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right.
And,
and another question was, are any of us playing any of us Pokemon fans? And have you tried Temtem? Which is
I have not, but I am exploring the option of getting a new Pokemon game. I haven't played a Pokemon game in a long time, but I'm willing to explore my surroundings on that. So that'd be a good rec. Thank you.
Yeah, I have to try Temtem. I heard that it had like a nice little cross between Animal Crossing and Pokemon, and it's on Xbox. So yeah, I'll check that out. Temtem. Anything else? Any other questions? Any tips?
Nah.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and jump into outros. I guess we'll start with our guest, Colt. Where can the people find you? And thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it. And,
no, thank you. It's been a long time coming. Thank you for having me on. We all met at E3 2019 way back in the day. Remember the old days? When,
at the Irish pub.
It was still fun.
It's nice.
Yep. Yeah,
Korean barbecue.
Pub, Korean barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're doing it again, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Yeah. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Thank you for having me on the show. This has been so fun. It's really cool to hang out with you guys again. You can find me at Colteastwood on YouTube and Twitter, where I'm being nice and being not nice.
Oh my God.
I see you.
How fast you are with these things. I'm just like, how you
In fact, Gaz is in the chat right now. He's preparing for me to totally bury in a graveyard the be nice things. So he messaged me early this morning because we're 8 hours apart, but our hearts are close together. Yeah, like we wake each other up with a text and send him to bed. Night, guys. And yeah, he said we should do a little video where we put the niceness to rest. But I've been having a good time. People have been really cool. The community, it's 97% amazing.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. And did you hear Boogie's question? Like, how do you get to the memes so? How do you create the memes so quickly? Like, what app are you using? Because your meme game.
Oh, the memes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I use a PixArt, and my phone has a stylus on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you just
and, I'm an illustrator and graphic designer, so I have to lower myself to a phone stylus to create something. So I'll just cut out Gaz's face and put him on something and cut my face out, or Jim Ryan's or whatever, and just kind of have some fun, because it's really all about just don't be mean about it. Just kind of make people laugh, because it's not all that serious.
Yeah.
Cool. All
but
right,
get messy.
Thank you.
Get messy out there.
All right, lady. Outro.
Thank you for everyone that joined us today. And thank you, Colt, for, coming and joining us as well. We really appreciate it. Sekiro, Blade Point, Fortnite, a couple of weeks from now, it's the betas of Call of Duty betas coming up. You can check me at Lady Infamous 415 on YouTube. You can catch me at my side piece, aka Twitter, Genshiro's Barista. We slanging lattes and cappuccinos over there. And thank you so much for hanging with us today. Be safe, be kind to each other, and we got more company coming next week. So, and thank you for the chat for being on your best behavior, because if he wasn't here, this would have been a whole totally different show. So thank you.
All right, Boogie.
All right. Thank you. Thanks to Colt. I'm so glad we got you on here. You'll have to come on again. Thanks for all you guys, right, for coming to the show every week. I mean, we had our usual, all the new folks. Thank you. Make sure you guys follow and share out the podcast, because we always love new people watching, more eyes on us. And y'all can find me on Twitter, and I will try to stream this week, maybe today. And I actually was thinking that Facebook may be just pivoting off of their app. I know we thought that them getting rid of their app was kind of like a sign of doom and gloom, but it seems like they're trying to keep you all in the Facebook app itself.
Interesting. Okay.
So
it's kind of weird.
Like now I can switch between my account like you can on Twitter when you have multiple accounts. So I can just switch between my account and do stuff on Facebook and watch people on Facebook. So I think that's what they're doing. So maybe not a scare. So yeah.
Wow.
We'll see.
Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, CHAREECE.
All right, everybody. It's your girl CHAREECE here. First of all, thank Mr. Colt for coming through and chilling with us today, because it was awesome. But yes, y'all know I stream early in the morning times where everybody's getting ready for work. So instead of watching your morning news, you come watch me. And I will try to play something else besides Disney. I don't know about no Death Stranding, Boogie.
Why not?
Don't do it.
I know, she's like, go ahead.
I'll try. All right.
Okay, that's all I can ask. Let's just try.
Or I'm gonna try. But we in the coming weeks we will be playing because October is coming up and that's my birthday month, so we will be having Gotham Knights and all of our birthday games coming through. And since y'all are having so much fun with Saints Row, I am so tempted to play that.
Do it.
So tempted. So tempted. But yes, y'all can catch me on Twitter, always lurking in somebody's chat, being nosy and sending screenshots to the ladies. But yeah, so thank y'all for coming. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure that y'all tell somebody y'all love them and wash your hands and wear your mask, because folks still getting sick.
Yep. And you all know you can follow me on Twitter, DELILAH_HD. Catch me right here on GWG on Saturdays.